Hello third graders, welcome back to Math with Naz. Today we're going to do a word problem together and then I have some independent practice for you. What you will need today is your journal to do your work in and a pencil to write with. So put me on pause, grab those things and come on back to do a word problem with
Hello
me.
South Shore, welcome to Miss Nazaripour's classroom. Today I have another fraction word problem for you. But today our problem's a little different. In the past, we've been partitioning things like pans of banana bread or Snickers bars. Today we're gonna partition a pizza, which generally a pizza comes in a completely different shape than a Snickers bar, right? A pizza is round, it's a circle. So we're going to be practicing today partitioning things that are different than a rectangle. That I know you can do it. But before we get started, we're going to have to do the 3 steps of a word problem. The first one being the what? R, D, W. Read it, draw it, write it. So we're gonna read to understand. I'll read the word problem to you. Put your eyes on Nima and let's read together on 3. 1, 2, 3. Nima and 5 of her friends share a pizza equally. How much of the pizza does each person get to eat? So what I'd like you to do right now is pause the video, turn to somebody who's sitting next to you and tell them what you know what the story problem is about. If no one's sitting next to you, just pause the video and tell me. Okay, third graders, I hope that you said that the story problem was about the ever popular Nima having 5 friends that she wants to eat pizza with. And they have one pizza that they're sharing equally. What does the question want to know? The question wants to know what is the amount of pizza that each person gets. And because we're taking parts of a whole, we know that will be a fraction. All right, so what I want you to do right now is the rest of the problem. Draw and write. We've read it together. Put me on pause and then come back after you have solved the problem and check your work. Put me on pause, don't cheat. Okay, third graders, I hope that you had a good time solving that problem. And I bet the first thing that you guys all did was to draw the pizza, which is a circle. It's a little lopsided circle, but it's the best I can do. Okay, third graders, now that I have drawn my circle, I am going to partition this circle, this pizza, into 6 pieces to represent Nima and her 5 friends. Now, just like when I'm doing a rectangle, I like to start anything that I'm going to break into 6s. I like to start by first drawing thirds. So I'm going to find the center of my circle. And then when I am partitioning a circle, I like to think of it as a peace sign. So I just am going to do 3 parts. I'm going to draw a line like that. And then instead of bringing my line all the way down, I'm going to bring it up like that. So now I have 2 parts not equal. I need 1 more line, so 3. Now, I know that this one is a little bit smaller than both of these. And also my circle isn't a real circle. But I'm doing the best I can and I'm trying really hard to make sure that they're as close to being equal as possible. But remember, this is a representation of my work. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to help me understand the problem and define the solution. Okay, so I now have 3 parts, but there's 6 people. So what happens if the 6 people, if 2 people each share a piece? 2, 4, 6. So if I cut these pieces in half, I'm gonna end up with enough pizza for 6 people. Check me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've now partitioned the pizza into the 6 pieces that I need. All right, third graders, now that I have actually cut up the pizza into the amount of slices I need, now I need to figure out how much of it, what fraction of the pizza they each get to eat. So I want to teach you something that I think might be helpful because I've noticed that we're all really good at getting to this part, knowing how many pieces to partition it into and then figuring out how to do that. But what I'm seeing in the work that I'm getting is that there's a little bit of confusion about how then to build the fractional unit. So I'm going to teach you two very grown-up mathematical terms, numerator and denominator. The numerator is the number that goes on top of the fraction, and the denominator is the part of the fraction that comes on the bottom. Denominator. Okay. Now here's what you need to know, okay? The numerator is the part of the fraction you are working with. In this case, the numerator is the amount that the friends get to eat. So that is the part. The denominator, that number that comes on the bottom, that's the whole number of pieces that you have. So the numerator and over the denominator means the part over the whole. So let's take a look at this pizza. This, if I separate just this one piece of pizza, this is one piece of pizza. How many pieces are there altogether? 6. That's one piece of pizza out of 6 total. And that is true for all of these pieces of pizza. They are all individual slices, but there are 6 slices all together. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to get another color, and I'm going to shade in the piece that Nima gets to eat. So this one slice right here is what Nima was eating. These 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, are the slices that her friends are eating. So each person gets 1/6. And we say that as 1/6 of a slice of pizza, which equals 1/6. Part, whole. Part over whole. So now I need to write my sentence. Each person eats 1/6 of the pizza. How'd you do, 3rd grade? Did you get 1/6 as well? I hope you did. If not, don't worry, you'll have lots of practice. We're gonna keep doing fractions for a while. We're gonna keep doing equal share problems like this, and by the time you go on to 4th grade, you'll be rocking it. All right, 3rd grade, I have some independent practice for you.
Alrighty, 3rd grade, today I have a challenge for you. You have 4 problems. So I would like for you to grab your notebook and write down today's date, which is 4-30-20, and you're going to practice partitioning 1, 2, 3, 4 problems. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to write the date, then write number 1 and draw this fraction. I used color to help you see it better. You're more than welcome to use color, just pencil would be fine. Now, what I want you to tell me is what fraction this part is. So what is the fractional unit of the shaded part? Now, I know that many of you are probably sitting next to a parent or an older sibling or a grandparent or an aunt or an uncle. And I love that. But this is a quiz. What that means is this is going to help me know what you know so far and what I need to keep doing. So as tempting as it is, family members, please let your student do this all on their own. That way I'll know if I need to do some more of this or if we're ready to move on. Okay, so tell me the fractional unit that matches this for 1. Now for write 2, draw this rectangle, break it up. I drew 2 lines. I colored in 2 of those shapes. Now tell me what the fractional unit is for the shaded part. For 3, take a close look. How many times did I partition it? How many parts are there? Take a look at how many parts are colored in, and then write a fractional unit for number 3. Look at number 4. Don't get tricked. How many times did I partition it? How many different parts are there? How many parts are shaded in? Just remember, you put the numerator over the denominator. That means you put the number of parts you're working with, in this case the shaded part, over the whole number of parts. Okay, 3rd grade, go ahead and pause the video, solve the problem, take a picture of your work that you've done all on your own, and have a family member text it to me or email it to your teacher. All right, 3rd graders, I hope that you had fun with this activity and that you have a fantastic Thursday. All right, take care. We will talk tomorrow.